Yeah, how you going? It's Chris here from Show Me How Chef. We're doing a crying tiger Thai dish tonight with Ron, which you'll see later on. Here we go. Say hi, Ron.
Busted with a wine glass.
Ron. And then Ronan, who is the video producer behind, which you might see him later.
Maybe.
Anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm marinating the actual the meat. What meat is it, Ron? What'd you buy?
Scotch fillet.
It's Scotch eye fillet. I've just put 2-3 tablespoons of brown sugar in it. I'm putting 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce. It's up to you if you want to buy like a good, if I'm at home, I don't normally measure this, but it'll be in the actual recipe card that'll be attached anyway. So just doing 3 there, and that's just an oyster sauce. And then we're going to do, it's a fish sauce, which is premium anchovy sauce, which takes years and years to marinate and to make. So again, we're going to put about 4, and then that's all we need into that. And we're actually going to use that and marinate that because it takes a bit of a while. Now you need to rub it in so it actually coats everything.
Oh, smell that! Goodness.
Don't think you smell it straight away.
Wow.
And then I'm not wearing gloves because I do wash my hands like about 50,000 times a day in the kitchen, which all chefs should probably do. So that's all we're going to do is just marinate that. I'll come back to you later and show you when we cook that off. So this will be number 2, second part. Hey, Chris again here. We're on the second part of Crying Tiger. The first part we just did the marinated of the meat, which I have it in there, which a bit of garlic, eye fillet, fish sauce. I've got some brown sugar in that, and I've got some, what else have I got in that? I've got a bit of garlic in that, and that's it for that. With the sauce, which they call Nam Jim or spicy sauce, Thai sauce if you want, just got a little pan. You can actually do it without on the stove, but I've got a hard palm sugar, so it actually needs to be melted down or cooked down a little bit. So it's palm sugar, one of the main ingredients in Thai food. And they come in little ice cubes, or looks like little ice cube blocks, all right? So you just push them out. So we're gonna go 1. I'm gonna do a little bit more up so that I can leave a little bit of sauce for Ron and for Ronan afterwards that we don't need. So I'll put 3 of those in. Palm sugar, fish sauce is one of the main ingredients, which is an anchovy sauce, premium. Don't buy the cheap stuff. You're going to buy something, but it's a bottle like that. You're probably only looking at $9 to $10 to $12, but that'll last you like 6 months, a year, or something like that. All right, so I'm going to put 6 tablespoons in. It's quite salty, so you don't really need to use any salt whatsoever at all. Now tamarind is like a tamarind fruit. This one here is quite pasty. Some that you get, it's actually a tamarind seed where you actually got to pour hot water over it and break it down in hot water. But you can buy some really nice ones from the Asian shop, and it's quite fruity. So I'm going to put in it's tangy, so I'm going to put in 2 heaped teaspoons. Now I'm just telling you, I love chilies. That's from my actual garden. That's a red chili. I was just telling the boys that when you see them on the tree, before they turn that color, they're actually black, all right? And then they'll turn either red or they'll turn green. It's really amazing to watch, okay? So one day they're black and next day they can be red. It's an amazing sight to see. But I've got them chopped already, so I'll put that over there, which I have normally fresh chilies, just in a random jar. I have fresh chilies like that going in my jar, and I just keep adding to it every week from my garden. I won't put too much because I don't know how high of a palate my 2 mates here have. But it's just got olive oil, so it's only a bit of oil in there, so it's not going to hurt anyone with the oil. That there is a red Thai chili paste, which you can buy from all the Asian shops. It's really nice. You can go and buy their sauces, but they're watered down. Buy the paste and make your own. It's so much better. I'm only going to use that much. When I do like the Thai pad prick, all right, I'll use 3 tablespoons of that like heat, like, okay, which is pretty hot. But it does die down. All right, we've got some soy sauce. I'm using a tamari, which is a gluten-free. We're not gluten-free, but it's a naturally brewed soy sauce, and I really like that. Another one I use, I'm going to put probably two, because the fish sauce is quite salty. And just here, I've just used, it's called a glutinous rice, Thai glutinous rice. You buy from the Asian shops also. And it's just rice, but I've gone and toasted a little bit this morning actually, until it's really, really, really golden brown. And then I put it in a mortar and pestle, or you can put it in something that you can actually grind, or even a NutriBullet. You can put in a NutriBullet, and it's like a fine dust now, right? It's a little bit grainy, but with that, it thickens this sauce and gives it really nice, like a nutty flavour, believe it or not. So I'm putting probably about, not too heap, but two. I can always add more. I don't want to have it too thick. So as you can see, it just looks like a bit of a conglomeration in there. All right, now we're going to put that on the stove. I can squeeze these like the chefs do, but I find out I get more of the lemon when I use this. I have a thing at home where I squeeze in, and it's Ron was saying he really liked it, but they're only like $6 at Woolies or something like that.
That's very satisfying.
Okay?
Very satisfying.
But you can squeeze it like that, you know, and be the old macho, but I think they lose some of the, you know, the lime in it.
Yeah,
So
that gets all the juice. That's
yeah, it does, eh? So it's quite a bit there. I'll probably go one more because, like, it just gives it a really nice tang, and with the sugar, the palm sugar, with the salt from the fish.
There's so many flavours going on here. That's mad.
Yeah, I know, but when you combine them all together, like,
yeah,
so nice. All right, if we need more, we can actually adjust that later on. That's going to go on the stove. My stove lighter, please. Come on down, Ron. One thing I forgot, you're right there, Ron, is I'm going to add some garlic, and that's probably about, that's a tablespoon, but that's probably like easy three pieces of garlic in that. All right, I've got garlic in the steak, so I don't really need garlic cooking. So I'm just going to cook that down slowly, and I'm going to cook that down, and then I'm going to cool that down quickly in the actual fridge, in the freezer actually. And I will come back for part 3. Yeah, hi again, this is part 3. Chris from Show Me How Chef. We're going to do part 3 in Crying Tiger. And we've marinated the eye fillet, which is done in fish sauce. It's done in a little bit of tamari sauce. And it's, what was the other thing that we had in there? Chilies, all right, into that. The actual Nam prick sauce, or the Nam jam that I made with the glutinous rice, which will be in the recipe. I've done it on the stove to cool it down, but when it came out, I've actually just put coriander, and then I've put some shallots through it, so that gives it a really nice sauce, and that's the dipping sauce for the actual beef that we're actually going to cook. All right. Probably have a little bit more lime in it. I like it a little bit citrusy. I like it a little bit tarty. All right. So we've got some bok choy here, which after I cook the steak, I'm going to let that rest on the board for probably 5 minutes approx before I cut it. And I'm going to fry that up. I've got some snake beans, which I'm going to cook. They're going to take longer to cook it all in the pan. And then I've got bok choy again, but that's just the softer leaves I've thrown at the end, so we can have a little bit of greens. Normally with Crying Tiger, they'll serve a bit of cucumber, they serve a bit of cabbage on the side, but I'm doing my own. All right, so got my trusty stove on here, crank that up to 6. So we're going to cook these medium. Cook a medium rare. Mostly all shows will tell you that I cook a medium rare, but you know, I used to, but I don't like a real lot of blood. So, and how you can actually tell if you want to know if the pan's actually, you know, if it's hot enough for you, you just need a couple of drops. Look. All right. So we're cooking with gas, now we're cooking with inductor. So we're going to cook down. Because of the brown sugar on it, it's going to get a really nice caramel finish on both sides. All right, you can always tell, I wish we had smell a camera.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to smell that. That juices, I'm going to keep that and tip that over the veggies just at the end so we can actually do that. All right. I really want this to sizzle. I don't want it to burn, but I want it to see. You can smell that, can you?
Yes.
All right, I'll show you.
Smells mad.
Look at that.
Whoa.
Keep that going a bit. As soon as I take that off the inductor, it actually stops cooking. And it's probably a good time for me to have a drink of red. It's a nice Shiraz, apparently. Ron bought that specially for me. What's it called, Ron? Smart Dog. Wow.
Oh, yeah,
That's
no.
what it's called, is it?
Don't promote that one.
Oh, you bought it for me. What do you give me to drink it for? Mate, it says Smart Dog, you bloody dirty dog. You see the colour on that?
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. Wow.
See, look.
That's quick.
Look at that.
Yeah. So, tester. How do you tell when steak's ready, boys?
You try it.
You try it, right? Okay, see how I press it in like that?
Yeah.
This is good. Your fingers, 5 fingers, all right? When you go like that, just relax your hand. That is blue, sorry. When you go, just don't just go your thumb to your top finger. That's medium, that's rare, sorry, rare. Medium, and well done. All right? Don't tense it, just keep it normal. So blue, rare, medium well, and if you can touch your bloody little finger like I nearly can't, that's well done.
Oh wow.
So when I used to work in a steakhouse, we did 200 steaks within like an hour and a half, all right?
Yeah, gee.
So I had people all around us and I had to just touch it. I couldn't cut it open in front of someone. So you go like that and you can actually, I can feel at what stage it's actually at. All right, so I can smell that caramelizing, not burning. Can you smell it, boys? Look at that.
Yeah, that smells great.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, magnifique.
No, all right. These inductor cookers with these Australian pans, hence Australian pans. Beautiful pan, about $170 for that pan, but it's got lifetime guarantee on it. They're absolutely amazing pans. Out of one cast iron, no rivets, no nothing, and I do not get a cut from the company that actually produced these, all right? you get some people that, you know, you only turn your steak once on both sides and then you cook it down a little bit, but I'm old school, like we were never taught that. There's a bit of smoke coming in here. I was not taught that before, so not that I haven't learned that, but I like to turn it because this has got sugar on it, it's got caramel on it, and it can burn, and I don't want that burnt flavour. I want the caramelization on it, all right? If you find out, you can always add a little bit of water, like if I want to, no, I wouldn't add.
The alarm's going to go off soon, I'm sure.
Is it? All right, the alarm goes off, we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll just cut it if it goes up.
Maybe put this up, Ron. I'm going to take them off and rest that on the board now. Okay. Going to rest them on the board. And I'm not sure if I'm going to... That's fine in there. Alright, so I'm going to turn it right down again. Just going to add a little bit more trusty infused oil. Just ginger and lemongrass. And then I'm going to throw my beans in. Get a lid, Ron. This is a lid. Ron's actually doing an apprenticeship. He's actually my dish pig in the kitchen. Now, I'm just resting these steaks because I want them to actually rest for about 5 minutes, okay? Just so, because they're stretched out, I want them to congeal back and it tenderises, softens the meat when you leave them for about 4 or 5 minutes. Alright, I'm going to turn this back up now. Good with the inductor cookers, they actually are instant heat, which is really good. So when you turn them up or turn them down, they actually do what they say they're going to do. Alright, I'm going to throw in the shallots, the rest of the shallots. I just want a bit of moisture, but you don't have to, but I just wanted to use the rest of that lime up there, alright?
Nice.
And then, alright, and then I'm going to put the bottom parts of the bok choy in, because that's the hard bit, they won't take long. And I've got coriander, but I'm going to put that over the rice, and I'll just probably put a little bit in. But then go on the table, Ron, that's for on top of our rice and everything, please, mate. Now the bok choy, I'm not going to stir that, I'm just going to put that in there like that. Going to put a lid on it, just so it just makes it sweat a little bit more in there. What I'm going to do first, just put all that nice marinated dressing through that. All right, Ron, I'm going to serve it up like that. Now rice is ready, Ron. 13 seconds, it's
Oh, it's been ready for 30 minutes.
All right.
Don't see.
You can serve it out if you want, mate. Oh, it's so soft, Ryan. Oh, goodness.
That's a lot of rice.
Okay, that's not too, that's going to be too rare for you, Marinate.
Oh, I will enjoy it.
I'll tell you why.
Flavors.
Oh, this is just cutting through just like butter.
Yeah, that is.
So tender as, look at that, Rob. Look,
That's beautiful.
Rob.
Beautiful.
And we normally serve, Frying Poker normally does have sticky rice, which is a glutinous rice. This is actually for my cameraman because I can see him getting a little, look at that, bit over there.
Oh, do I just like leave and come and eat that?
Yeah, a little bit of the coriander. That's yours, mate.
Oh
Yeah,
my
take
goodness.
that, all right.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Is that okay? Is that good?
Chris, I'm not supposed to go to heaven until I die, bro. What are you doing?
So you go like that.
Wow.
So normally you dip, but I'm just gonna, and then we just put a little bit of that coriander. Because I love coriander, I just love it. I love it. I actually like it in nice smoothies, believe it or not. Now they normally serve it with just cucumber and cabbage, like raw cabbage. It's actually not cooked. All right. But I'm not going to put that on there. I'm just going to put that in here because we can just take what we want, all right, boys?
Oh wow.
Okay.
All right.
And that's how we show me how, chef. Thank you.